I think love is on the rise. I think there's a lot of folks that are beginning to see that we share our being and that there's no separation between awareness and our being. Because we just emanate from that awareness, and we don't really exist. We're like, I've said this before, but we're like God's dream. But we share our being. We're all the same. We're made from the same thing. And I think there's more and more people out there that feel that we share our being. I know there's a lot of people that don't, and they feel very separated. And they say, I'm me and you're you, and I don't like what you're doing, and you don't like what I'm doing, and fight and bicker. And I know there's a lot of that. It's not just a pure sharing where you're not trying to hurt anybody or push something on somebody or make them think the way you do or any of that. You're just sharing. And I see a lot of that on everywhere, actually. I do. I see a lot of that more than I've ever seen before. But then again, I only have the small little view of my own personal life. And I've seen a lot of separation from the beginning. So that's probably where that comes from, that I see it, love becoming more open and people wanting to know where they came from and who they are. We've said that a long time, and most of the time we go into religions, and that again is separation. And so, I mean, all religions are interesting, and they have their pieces and bits that are beautiful and nourishing and celebrative and loving. And they all lead to the same place. But when religions begin to fight, that's separation. That's separation. So I really as I open up, I think that's how you see more of that love, is when you're opening up and you're being more of that love. So that's where the clarity comes. So, yeah. Just really being in the moment and being purely and wholly as open as much as possible. I just am really amazed at all the layers and layers of effects of conditioning that I see in myself. And that's the way it is. So seeing yourself as not a thing. I'm not my feelings. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not really, that's not my definition are not those things. I'm not my senses. I'm not my sight. I'm not, it's, I think being able to break away from the I am this and I am that and I am this and I am that will get us closer to, or get me closer to the I, which I already am, because we all are. We all are that I without the I am this and I am that and I am this and I am that. And that awareness, and I am aware of being aware, but that awareness and trying not to overlook it. My gosh, what a habit we've become to do that, is overlooking the deepest part of us that makes us, that is us, that is everywhere and everything. So I rather started without a specific topic today. I just was noticing that there are a lot of people that recognize we share our being. And that kind of lifted me, and the vibration, and at the end of my work day, I'm driving home, and it just lifted my vibration to think of that. And at work, I think that's when I overlook things the most, is at work. That's my biggest challenge. That's why I need to be there, so that I can be able to lift myself, or I shouldn't say, I just mean by that is trying not to overlook who we really are, and seeing awareness through everything, all the illusions of things, and the vibrational sensing of those things, rather than identifying with those things. That is my absolute and biggest challenge. And I felt it today. I did. I truly felt it. But as I drove away, I felt lifted to know that there's more people that know we share our being. There's a lot of people that know we share our being. That made me feel good, because how can I say that, though? I mean, we're all one. We're all are shared beings, but there's just a lot of people out there that are not overlooking it, and are aware. So since I am on this mission, you know, it feels good to notice that anyway. That feels good to notice. Because I know that, and yet there's so many people that don't feel that shared being. So it pulls on that part of you that you know what that is. You know what that feels like, and it is a habit you want to, or you lean into, because you care about everybody. And when you're caring about people, you kind of lean, or I do anyway, I kind of lean into where they are. And I feel it drains me a bit, because we're sharing our being, and you're sharing where they are, and you're sharing where you are. And sometimes it ends up, I shouldn't, when I label that feeling, of, I say it kind of draws on you, the minute you label something, and I think that's what I do too quick too, is I label something when the actual vibration, life is vibrations, and the actual vibration isn't pulling on you, or doing this or doing that, or feeling bad, or feeling this or feeling that. It's just vibration. If you think of it purely as it is, it will be love. It will be pure. But the minute you label it, or attach a description to it, or it came from this, or it came from that, if you take all that, and I know we've discussed that too, but it got me today. That got me today. And so it's one thing to say, but just to get out of that habit, and that gotcha moment is interesting. So those vibrations, I have to keep pure, and not describe and label them. And make them my illusion. That's true. Gotta work on that. Keep working, girl. Keep working. But we really don't even have to work, because we are already awareness. We don't need to work for it. We need to let go and quit saying we have to work for it. Life is beautiful, isn't it? I love it.